Oh, ladies, I'm so excited to introduce you to the beautiful Doreen. Now, I was hearing lots of great things from your client success coach, Heather. And so when she said, you've got to interview Doreen, I was like, yes, let's do this. So thank you so much for sharing your time and to be able to share your experience with others. Doreen, why don't you just kick off and share a little bit about, what are you doing? What kind of clients do you work with? What do you help them with? Give us a bit of an overview.
Absolutely. Well, Sophie, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited and honored to be here. Um, Never thought I would be here this quickly in the game, so I'm very honored. I am a certified natural health counselor. So I basically teach people how to heal their bodies or allow their body, cleanse their bodies and allow their bodies to heal the way we're designed to. So I've been doing that since 2014, so almost 10 years. And I've helped, even before the program, I had helped probably about almost 1,000 people across the United States to heal their bodies, whether it was with, group detox programs or one-on-one or church groups and different things like that. So that's what I do.
That's fantastic. So you've been doing this for a little while. You're not just like, new kid on the block, right? So you know what it's like to work with clients and to be able to work with them deeply to help them to get some great results. So
Absolutely.
why did you come like searching for us? Like what was missing for you or what were you finding challenging?
That's a great question. So, okay, at first I was doing it part time because I've always worked in the corporate world. So my background is in I was a mortgage I forgot what I did now. Mortgage underwriter.
Doesn't matter anymore, right? We're like, that's past life.
Right. But I was a mortgage underwriter with Wells Fargo. So I've
Okay.
always been in the corporate world. So, having a very cushy, decent salary, never really, even though I did wellness on, it was a side thing. It was like part time. And so they say when you treat something like a business, it'll pay you like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it'll pay you like a hobby. So this wellness thing and helping people with their health, I'm so passionate about it. It was more like a hobby until until I opened the clinic 3 years ago, right when the pandemic started. My chiropractor doctor asked me to be a partner with her, so we opened the clinic, and people came, and that was really fulfilling. But it was still something missing because working in the office, it just wasn't quite doing it for me. And then I found that a lot of my clients were still online. So even though I'm sitting in the office, I'm virtually talking with clients because my clientele was all in all other states and cities. So when Wells Fargo gave me, they laid us off last year in May, and I was one of them. They laid like 2,000 people off, and I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do now? And I'm like, I have my business that I love, so now it's time to do it full time. So I knew I wanted to do it virtually, Sophie. I did not like being inside of an office with that commitment to like a time frame. I wanted to be able to make my own schedule, and I wanted to do it virtually. The problem is I don't know how to launch things virtually. So when I would see all these fancy ads and these funnels, and I'm like, how do they do that? I don't know. I don't know how to do that. So I was in search for someone to help me really launch my business virtually.
Yeah. So really taking the success you'd had in person, right? And how to take that online and continue that success. Yeah. And how long have you been working with us inside the Wealthy World Mastermind?
Well, on the 29th, it will be 2 months. Now,
Just
I
two
will
months.
say yeah, and
Yeah.
actually, it's not even that long because when I signed up, I told, I think it was Macy, that I was actually about to go out of town. So I told her, I said, I won't really get in and open the modules or anything until I come back from out of town. So I signed up the very end of April, and I did not even start in the modules or anything until like May the 15th.
So like
So it's been
5, 6 weeks.
5, 6 weeks. Yeah, yeah, it's been
So
amazing.
yeah, tell us a little bit about what that 5, 6 weeks has been like. It's such a short period of time.
You know what? What I love about your program is it takes you outside of your comfort zone. But as long as you're comfortable, you're not going to typically achieve what you want. You have to step outside and push yourself, right? So I wasn't pushing myself, which is why I was not making the money I was supposed to. Like there's sometimes I would make and they'll have a good month, and then there's 3 dry months where I have no clients. And it was all me. It's not the clients. People are sick and they need me, but it was me. I had to move myself out the way, and your program forces you to move yourself out the way. It gives you a mirror to see what you're uncomfortable with, and you're going to have to push past that if you want to be successful. So for me, I'm not, I don't like videos. Like I don't like live streaming and video interviews and things like that. A lot of people don't believe that. They think that, I would love to be on the camera, but I really don't. I like being behind the scenes. And so that was very uncomfortable for me to do like live videos and live streaming. And, a lot of times when people would ask me questions in my messenger, I may take a day or so before I answer. And so no wonder I wasn't getting business like steadily, right? And so you're like, listen, when people are in your inbox, you respond. And just so many things that your program has like streamlined for me and just taught me how to like, this is a business, treat it like a business, and it will pay me like a business. So that has been wonderful.
And is it already?
Yes. So I like the way like my coach gave me goals, because all I knew is like I know I need 10 people, and I know what my dollar amount is that I want to make. I need to make, I really want to make 20 to 25,000 a month. And so she broke that down. She said, how much do you want to make? How much is your program? Okay, these are how many people you need. So these are how many people you have to talk to per week. So that was very attainable. She said, you need to talk to 10 people a week. You need to have 10 appointments booked, 40 for the month. That will get you your 10 clients that you need. So she broke it down into very small goals, and I can do that. Thinking about like, oh, I need 10 people and I want to make this dollar amount seems like sometimes it can be, unreachable, or it just seems overwhelming. But when you have worked with those small goals, it definitely is easier to obtain.
Yeah, it is. And so how many clients have you enrolled already in the first few weeks?
So I just now started booking my calendar because I was doing all the other work, like, getting my Facebook ready and all of that. So I just started I just set up my Calendly last Monday. So today is Tuesday. So I set my Calendly up a week ago. And within that first week, I was booked. Like I had like all these triage calls. And so last week, I want to say I probably had 10, 12 calls. This week, I opened the week with like 7 or 8 calls. And by the end of yesterday, I had like 12 calls booked already. So my very first 2 triage calls turned into the longer calls, and they both signed up. So I have 2 people so far that have signed up for the program.
Congratulations. And you've only opened your calendar like for a week.
Last week, right?
Last week, yeah, because it's Wednesday in Australia and it's Tuesday in America. So like you've been doing this for a week. So congratulations. How does that feel? Like
it feels really good. I definitely can see, like I see actually probably not only, well, I won't say probably, not only am I going to hit the goal, but I will probably, I just stopped saying probably and trying. Okay, so I'm working on that. Not only will I hit the goal, but it definitely looks like it'll probably be above the goal. And here's the thing. I have not even rolled out my actual program. That's not till August. So the program, just implementing the systems that you all have showed us, like how to chat with people with Messenger and how to put things on Facebook and what to say. I'm still reaching my audience and people that know me, my warm market, that may have done my detox cleanses in the past or did group challenges or have been sitting in my Facebook group. I had a Facebook group sitting with 250 people in there already.
Yeah.
And so when I just started implementing some of the things that you said, now my Facebook group in 2 weeks' time is now at 350. So I've gained another 100 members. And a lot of the people that are booking now are people that have been sitting around for the longest. So it was me. It was me. It was not them. They were sick already. I already had the systems, but I wasn't doing it like you all are pushing us to do.
Yeah, and that's it. And, not everyone has what you have, where they did have they already had some clients or they've done some things in the past. You've had, a couple of hundred people in your group, which is awesome.
Right.
And so if someone's watching this right now and you already have an audience, whether it's on email or in your group or following or past clients, I mean, you can implement the strategies that we teach you in the mastermind and get some really great results quickly. But even if they don't have a following, there's a process there. Like you've grown your group by 100 in like 2 weeks. So you could launch a new group and grow it by 100 in 2 weeks, right? Like it works for either way.
It does. And I'm going to tell you, Heather calls me the queen of viral posts.
Oh, yes. I heard. Tell me.
When I tell you, and this was so like, I find that innocent things or organic things work better a lot of times than intentional, right? So I'm part of a fasting, I've been in this fasting group for like, I don't know, 9 months or whatever. And it's got like 65,000 women all across the world in there, right? So every now and then someone will say, well, I'm fasting and I'm not losing any weight. And so I always tell my story and I'll go, you got to cleanse your liver. You got to cleanse your liver because that's what happened with me. I was doing everything and I was gaining weight, when we start going through menopause. And I'm like, as soon as I clean my liver, I've lost 45 pounds. My health is excellent and I'm in my 50s. And so when I put that post on, oh my God, I'm like 2 hours later, Sophie, I had like 75 people like, Doreen, I want your protocol. What do you have? And I'm going, okay, now what can I do with this? Like I wasn't even trying to get business, right? So I had to go and craft like a response because they were all in my inbox. And I don't even like it. I didn't even at that time, I don't even think, had I joined your program, the very first time it happened, I hadn't even started your program yet. So I didn't know what to do. I'm like, I have to hurry up and get in the program because I don't know what to do with these people. So anyway, I crafted a message and I told them what I did, but I didn't give them everything. And I said, if you want to know more, join my group because I share a lot of tips in my small little private group. And so a lot of those women follow me over there. And today, 2 of the clients that I had on my triage calls were new people that have joined. So now I am starting to reach out to my new market. Yeah. That they're starting to get familiar with me, thanks to the posts that you all tell us like how to post and how often to engage, and they're starting to really like resonate with me. And 2 of them, I had 2 calls today that these are people I don't know and they're new to my group. So
yeah, that's working. Yeah, it is. But you're working it, and I want to acknowledge you for that, right? Because you made a decision to be all in. Okay, you joined the program, you're in, but you show up, right? It's not like you just you pay a bit of money and then like it's done for you. Like you've got the mentors and the coaches and us like this by your side and showing you, but you're the one taking the action every day, and your mindset is rock solid. I love that. I love it because it's so important. So what advice would you have, Doreen, to a gorgeous woman who's watching this, whether she's already had a business and been in that for a while, but wanting to transition to the online space, or maybe she's new to coaching? What would you say to her if she's watching this right now about, what's possible for her?
Well, it is definitely possible. The biggest thing that stands in our way is look in the mirror if you want to know what stands in your way. I mean, it's so true. It sounds cliche, but it is so true. And that's true in everything. If you're not where you want to be, or it's usually us, right? The people are out there. Your clients are out there. Whatever your specialty is, there is a base for it. There are clients for it. So we have to move ourselves out of our way in order to be able to get to those clients. Something that you said last week was so impactful because I had recognized this and been working on this, and you really just brought it home. You said, stop taking things personally. It's not about you. It's about the client. If someone does not show up, you make sure you don't, oh, how dare them stand me up. They didn't show up. They canceled on me. And oh, I was real bad with that. I would have a like, little attitude or whatever, but it's not. Yeah. Right. Like, how dare they? They're not respecting my time. Seriously. But it's not about, and you said just reach out to them and say, I hope everything is okay. Oh, I wasn't good with that, honey. I was not good with that. When someone stood me up, I feel like you're disrespecting me. You're going to understand that you disrespect me. But you said, reach out to them and say, I hope everything is okay. We had an appointment and is everything okay with you? That works so well because then they feel like you care and it's not just about business.
Yeah.
So treat it like a business. It'll pay you like a business, 100%. And um, trust the process. Your process is rock solid. Trust the process.
Great advice. Trust the process. Just trust the process, ladies. Just trust the process and run with it. I'm so excited for you, with all of these, what does she call you? The viral queen. I love that, by the way. I'm going to call you that from now on. You're going to need some teams soon, right? So we're going to be having a different conversation very soon about Ascension, I'm sure. Because there's a lot of people who need your special gift. So I just want to personally thank you for your time.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
And for really taking full advantage of everything that's available here. I think that nothing makes me sadder than when someone doesn't, realize what's in front of them inside the mastermind and they waste that opportunity, but not you. I'm super proud of you. So just keep going. We're only like a few weeks in. And I'm sure you're going to be hitting that goal of $25,000 before we know it. So we'll celebrate that together.
Like you said, in parting, however you want so we're all in this business of servicing clients, right? So however we want our clients to treat our program is how we should treat this program.
Yeah. And I'll add to that, right? I always say, I always am going to be my number one client.
There you go.
So how I show up in my life, how I show up in my business, how I show up with my mentors. I would never expect my client to do something that I'm not. So you have to be the leader for your clients too. So
that's right.
Thank you so much, Doreen. Any final parting words?
I think I said enough. I think they got it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sophie. Thank you for your vision. Thank you for your time. This is definitely something that was needed. Love the staff, your team. Just amazing. You all are setting. You're definitely pace setters. You're setting great examples, and you all are making a big difference all around the world. So thank you.
Thank you, darling. I really appreciate you. All right, ladies, you heard it here from Doreen. This is available for everyone. Just back yourself and run, yeah? Trust your heart, trust the process. You've got it. Thank you, Doreen, again for your time, your vision, and we'll be celebrating that 25K month before you know it.
Yes, I love it. Take care.